So what is going on, guys? Black Ops Amazing. Welcome back to another video. Welcome back to another Zombies Q&A on the channel, the series where I take your questions from the comment section below to do the zombie storyline, Easter eggs, and I answer them. As always, if you go in to enjoy the video by the end, a like rating is always appreciated. If not, it's totally fine. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you are subscribed if you're not already. But let's get into this. Here we go and enjoy. So the first question of today says, "Hey BOA, do you know how long we are in the Dark Aether when we enter the portal in D Machine?" So there's a few other things I want to mention first. D Machine isn't the only zombies map where we willingly go to the Dark Aether. Or I wouldn't say willingly, but what I mean by that is we're not trapped there. We can go to the Dark Aether and come back freely, unlike some people. We also go to the Dark Aether in Outbreak when you do certain missions, specifically the holdout one. As you're blowing up the giant node, you are dragged to the Dark Aether where you have to hold out for a few minutes and then we get sent back. Interestingly, in Firebase C, there isn't really a situation like that. There is that Easter egg with the rabbit, where if you look at it, you then enter the Dark Aether where we get a crate. My point is, there are multiple situations where we willingly, in most cases, go to the Dark Aether. But working out how long we are there for is very difficult to do. In fact, at this moment in time, it's impossible because we don't know the exact conversion. All we know is that time in the Dark Aether works different to our reality. It is slower or faster depending on how you look at it. We can get a better idea from listening to a few radios though. The first one I want you to listen to is a conversation between Dr. Grey and Samantha. This takes place not too long after Firebase C, where Samantha is currently locked in Requiem HQ. She is on the hospital bed where different members of Requiem are asking her questions, and this is the conversation she has with Grey.
Hi Sam, I'm Dr. Elizabeth Grey. I was wondering if you felt well enough for a bit of a chat?
Sure, Liz. Why not?
I don't really like being called Liz. That was my mum's name. I prefer Elizabeth, if that's okay. Oh, wait, I just realised. Do you prefer Samantha?
Samantha, Sam, Maxis. Doesn't really matter to me. What do you want, Dr. Grey?
I just wanted to ask you some questions. Truth is, we're all a little bit surprised how well you're doing after your time in... well, you know.
You don't really know how well I'm doing or how long I was there, do you?
That was one of the things I wanted to talk about. We do know that time moves differently there. Slower or faster, not sure. Suppose it's all relative, really.
I was there a long time. A very long time. So long I thought I'd never get out.
I'm sorry. I really am. But that's what's so unusual. Normally when people come back, they're more damaged, physically and emotionally.
What makes you think I'm not damaged?
The only thing we've actually been able to detect is the change in your eyes. I've never seen anything like it. They're almost iridescent. Do things look different to you?
I see things differently, if that's what you mean. Sometimes the light hurts my eyes. Especially if I'm tired.
So while they're talking about Sam's time being trapped in the Dark Aether, Sam says to Grey, "You don't really know how well I'm doing or how long I was there, do you?" And Grey replies, "Well, that's the thing. We know that time moves differently there, slower or faster. She isn't sure, it's all relative really." And then Samantha says back, "I was there for a long time. A very long time. So long that I thought I'd never get out." And this is interesting because we do know how long Samantha was in there, and that was 2 days. From the time of her being thrown into the Dark Aether by Dr. Peck to the time of her being rescued by Requiem, it was just 2 days. Yet we have Samantha in this radio saying to Grey that she was there for a long time, a very long time, so long that she thought she'd never get out. And then in another radio which I want to play for you guys, this was recorded by her while she was trapped in the Dark Aether.
I don't know how long I've been waiting for an answer, but I haven't had one yet. I know you are there. I know. But I am here, and I have been waiting for a long time. How long, I don't know. The days are blurred. The nights are relentless. Is it a week? Is it a month? More? It all seems so long ago. Not too long ago. I hope.
So even there, you heard Samantha say, "I don't know how long I've been here. The days are blurred, the nights are relentless. Have I been here a week, a month, more, because there's no daylight in the dark ether. Without a device, it would be very difficult to keep track of time. And funnily enough, Samantha did have a watch. When she went to the dark ether, she returned with this. And the description we have for this item says, they say time has no meaning in the dark ether, but Maxis still kept track of it with this. So she had this watch in the dark ether, yet on this radio, she's saying she doesn't know how long she was here. Either one, her watch isn't working, or two, she has no clue. But this sort of gives us a better understanding. If Maxis was in the dark ether for just 2 days in our real world, yet she's saying she felt like she was there for weeks, maybe months, well, that tells us that 2 days in the real world could relate to 2 weeks in the dark ether. It could be 2 months in the dark ether. We don't know. The next question from Mark says, why did Richtofen destroy the moon? So for any of you watching who never played BO3 or just aren't really too up to date with the story, in Zombies we've now destroyed both the Earth and the moon. We destroyed the Earth on the map moon. At the end of that Easter egg, we send 3 rockets to destroy it. That then leads on to BO2. That's the reason why all of the maps in that game are destroyed, why there's lava spewing from the ground in transit. But on Black Ops 3, which takes place in a different dimension to BO2, it is a part of the Deceptio fracture. For anyone asking, well, if we destroyed the Earth in BO2, how is it fine in BO3? That's the reason. But yeah, as a part of the Horizon Drakkar Easter egg, at the end, we send all of the rockets from the castle to the moon, where we blow it up.
30 seconds to impact. You're eating multiple rocket launches. What have you done? You are a fool, Richtofen! Even the destruction of this facility and my own death will not prevent the advancement of our cause. You have stopped nothing!
We don't need the moon, right? Nothing bad could come from that.
The road is long and dark, but I know where we are going. We will complete our mission.
You're asking why we did this, and the reason is pretty simple. Our main mission in BO3, Richtofen's main goal, was to destroy every last remnant of Group 935, purging any of its remaining leaders. And so since during that time, Dr. Graf was on the moon, he was in Griffin Station, being one of the remaining high-ranking members of Group 935, wanting to get rid of him, Richtofen blew the moon up. And if we just read the canorium, it tells us on November the 5th, 1945, recovering the Dempsey test subject from a rocket bound for the moon, Richtofen secures his soul and reveals to Primis his intentions to set things right. Primis destroys Griffin Station and the moon. So there we go, the reasoning behind it is pretty simple. Anyway guys, there we go, that is it. That's all I have for you for today's video. As always, hopefully you have enjoyed. If you have, you know what to do. Drop me a like rating if you want to. Make sure you are subscribed to stay up to date with the latest videos on the channel. Leave any questions you have in the comment section below, and I'll see you all in the next video. Until then, goodbye.